The minute Age heard the voice outside by the tracks, she knew that somebody had been hurt. She looked out and saw Betty Louise Otis running for the cafe. Spitz and Arthur had walked out of the kitchen just as Betty threw open the door and screamed, "It's your little boy. He's been run over by the train." Age's heart stopped for a moment. Spitz threw her hands up to her mouth. "Oh, Lord Jesus." Age turned to Arthur, keep Ruth in the back, and started running over to the tracks. When she got there, the 6-year-old boy was lying on his back, with his eyes wide open, staring at a group of people who were looking down on him in horror. When he saw her, he smiled, and she almost smiled back, thinking he was all right, until she saw his arm lying in a pool of blood 3 feet away. Big George, who had been out in the back of the cafe, barbecuing, had come running right up behind her and saw the blood at the same time. He picked him up and started running as fast as he could toward Dr. Hadley's house. Arthur was standing in the door, blocking Ruth from leaving the back room. "No, now, Miss Ruth, you can't go. You just stay put right here, sugar." Ruth was scared and confused. "What's the matter? What's happened? Is it the baby?" Arthur took her over to the couch and sat her down and held her hands with a death grip. "Hush. Sugar, you just sit here and wait now, honey. It's gonna be all right." Ruth was terrified. "What is it?" Spitz was still in the cafe, wagging her finger up to the ceiling. "Don't you do this, Lord. Don't you do this to Miss E.G. and Miss Ruth. Don't you do this then. You hear me, God? Don't do it." E.G. was running right behind Big G, and then were both yelling at the house. 3 blocks away, Dr. Hadley, Dr. Hadley. The doc's wife, Margaret, heard from first and came out on the front porch. She spotted them just as they came around the corner, and she shouted for her husband. "Get out here quick. It's E.G. and she's got a body." Dr. Hadley jumped up from the table and met them on the sidewalk, with his napkin still in his hand. When he saw the blood spurting from the boy's arm, he threw the napkin down and said, "Get in the car. We've got to get him to Birmingham. He's gonna need transfusions." As he was running to the old Dodge, he told his wife to call the hospital and tell them they were coming. She ran inside to call, and Big G, who was by this time completely covered with blood, got in the back seat and held the boy in his arms. E.G. sat in the front seat and talked to him all the way there, telling him stories to keep him calm, although her own legs were shaking. When they arrived at the emergency entrance, the nurse and the attendant were waiting for them at the door. As they started in, the nurse said to E.G., "I'm sorry, but you have to have your man wait outside. This is a white hospital." The boy, who hadn't said a word, kept watching Big G as they took him down the hall, and until they turned the corridor. Out of sight, still covered with blood, Big G sat outside on the brick wall and put his head in his hands and waited. 2 pimply-faced boys walked by, and one snarled over at Big G. "Look, there's another nigger that's got himself all caught up in a knife fight." The other called out, "Hey, you better get yourself over to the nigger hospital, boy." His friend with the missing front tooth and the crossed-eye spit hitched up his pants and swaggered on down the street.